I feel like when it comes to this song is just basically almost like a ode or like a self-reflection to myself almost. Like I feel like a lot of times when we get into certain spaces or we get into certain places and things like that, you kind of just have to like sit with yourself in order to decide where you even want to go after this. You know what I mean? I'm Pauly B, and I'm here to break down the recipe on Laps Around the Sun. I would say the song means to me, definitely means a lot. Like I was kind of creating the EP, Long Summers, Late Nights, out now, shameless plug. But outro on the song, I kind of made the project within the span of like my birthday and everything. And I was struggling. I had like writer's block for like 2 days trying to find the last song. Ended up finding the beat literally like the day before my birthday and kind of recorded it into my 26th birthday. So like, it was cool. It was expressive. It felt like a release of some sorts, you know what I'm saying? So it was just a good time. It was a good time. So that's what it meant to me a lot, like just a kind of full circle moment. What I wanted to mean to other people is just some type of reassurance that like not all of us walk through this life alone, like in our own thoughts and our own ideas and our own like ways of thinking or anything that we're battling, you know what I'm saying? There's somebody else that's going through it the same as you. So I might as well talk to me about it. And hopefully that makes you feel better talking to yourself about it. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the only thing that matters at the end of the day. So 3 things I'll probably put in there if we're doing like little percentage, you feel me? I'll give it 33% reflectiveness, you know what I'm saying? Self-reflection. 33% some motivation, like some inspiration, you know, something to like try to keep yourself going on the days you don't feel like it either. And then also like 33% of just authenticity and like truthfulness, you know what I'm saying? You kind of want to make sure everything you bring into the table is everything that you mean and like, and stand behind. So like, I think those things. And then that little 1% is just a little bit of like, you know what I'm saying, a little bark, like we like to call it, a little bit of intensity just to make sure they understand what I'm talking about. So I had dreams of staring right at little me between the eyes. I wish I could look back in time and give them game a word to wise, but at the same time, wouldn't change the things I learned in life. Shit made me who I am. If I could, I'd do it twice. It's just a long road. Sometimes you jump lines, you gotta pay tolls. I'ma take the long way. The scenic view got me zoned. Smoke floating out the top of sunroofs on the way home. Just late night, we leaning talking booths like a payphone. So it's like a lot of times I feel like a lot of people talk more about almost like regret or like somberness about sometimes whether their actions or mistakes or like anything they kind of had. And I take all of that and try to take it with me as I go on to the next thing. Like all my mom and my dad always taught me about learned experiences and stuff. So the biggest thing is kind of just taking that, owning it and trying to carry it with you. You know what I'm saying? Like I would do all my mistakes over again 2, 3 times, 10 times, just because it makes me who I am today. Like I can't change that. It only makes me more organic and more authentic. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of entendres. Like it's a lot of doubles and triples in there. Like I hope y'all get them. We can talk more. I could talk for hours, but you know what I mean? The big thing is kind of just going and making sure you're taking the slow walk of life, as like my pop always tries to say. Sometimes taking a fast lane, taking the easy pass isn't the best route. Sometimes you do want to get around the toes and not pay the costs that come with trying to do something so quickly or so fastly, you know what I'm saying? Just taking away that brings you good joy and brings you environment and brings you other added things along the way. Then we also got the double entendre in there about the nice little telephone booth bars, you know what I'm saying? That's kind of where we stay. That's where we live. That's where we get a lot of our thoughts off too. So, you know what I'm saying? In that long scenic route, you know, just like in the movies, they got the little telephone booth in there. We got a lot of bars for that too. Yeah, we still Marshawn Lynch on the media. They want to know more. Told them use my rhymes as a medium. It's the key to the locks we've been keeping in. Feeling like it's sink or swim, but G.O.D. just be my guide and coach me to a needed win. This typewriting, get on beats and slide when we crafting lines. In and out of pockets, this is double dutch on double time. If I kept these words inside my brain, I look like Megamind. I do it for the love. They only do it when incentivized to each his own. Everybody knows Marshawn Lynch, you know what I'm saying? Nice homie with the Skittles. He has his beautiful, beautiful way of talking to the media, and I feel the same way. Like I don't really like social media, I don't really like Twitter, I don't really like X, none of it, whatever you want to call it. But at the same time, you know what I mean, I talk to myself and I talk to God and I talk to everybody that I truly believe in to help steer me in the right direction. And that's the people that I lean on, be able to try to help facilitate and use my raps as that medium to try to get it across to everybody that I can involve. I may not have the words on the social media, I may not have the words when I'm talking to you, but for the 2 minutes and 30 seconds or 3:30s or whatever y'all want to give me, like for some reason they stay together. So like I hope you're taking heed and taking value to like what I got to say when the time's there, because I don't even know if I can put it together like this again. Just enjoy it. Just enjoy it and try to use that to fuel yourself for the next thing. Like I was telling my friends over here earlier, man, there's a lot of raps in his brain. Like y'all seen the picture of Megamind. I wish they could like, yo, when y'all edit it, they'll put like just make me look like him. You feel me? But it's a lot of words, it's a lot of raps in there, it's a lot of like everything in there, and I try to stick it all together, you know what I'm saying? So if I didn't get it out, if I didn't spend time making EPs, like I do it for the love of the art and the craft over everything else. And so I'm always gonna do that. But if it's an outlet for me and I can't get that out, if it's all stuck in here, I might blow my brain away. You know what I'm saying? I'd be looking like the big tall blue man that I'm talking about. So miss my grandma's voice back on dial tones, a different type of pain. I couldn't fix it with a Tylenol. Gave me all the strength I needed when my back was to the wall, the backbone. That's why our whole family built to stay strong. We stand tall and strike at all our goals like we Neymar. Just locked in, it's crunch time. Somebody put the game on. We shutting out the noise. I know I got anxiety, still trained to keep my poise. I know they want a piece of me to try to fill the void. They sweet talking me, they only use it as a ploy. You control what you allow, don't play the victim role at all. Flow diving out of bounds, I get a rap game out all. Like, I love my grandmother, like for life, for forever and ever. I lost her back in like 2024 when I was dropping one of my mixtapes and everything, but like, even then, like, she's just such a special woman and a special person inside our family and outside our family, to me individually, like to everything, like. And I know she's just watching down on us and enjoying herself. I hope so. It's kind of just an ode to her as well, too. Same thing like me, just thinking about this time on my birthday and thinking about my grandmother and thinking about it like it was my first birthday without her, you know what I'm saying? Usually she calls me at like 6 a.m., 5 a.m., starts singing to me. So like, it was like the first time I didn't get that same phone call. It's a different type of like resignation to yourself, you know what I'm saying? And it was kind of comforting at the same time, too, because I know just because it don't come through that same dial tone, it's still not absent of what's really in my heart, you know what I mean? So it's just a real saying, you know what I mean? Like it's more about a mindset than anything else. It's like kind of, we're so focused on our goals, same like as Neymar as a soccer player, but still at the same time, like I also have to prepare for the game myself. Like I also have to quiet out the noise and shut out that anxiety. Like I also at the same time in that entire know there's a void that people want to fill for me, whether it's, oh, they think I'm the star player, or, oh, they think they want this out of me. You know what I mean? Sometimes people want items or things out of you rather than you to fill the space that they've hopefully created for you. You know what I'm saying? And it's kind of me also expressing that same type of mentality, but still at the same time telling myself this not an excuse. Like this is not time to play victim role where people feel this way about you or this way about you. Like the game's now. The game starts today, you know what I mean? And you got to go and get after it and get after your goals the same way you know how to do it, whether it's 10 people in the stadium, 0 people in the stadium, or that's just the packed out World Cup, you know what I mean? So it's a way of life. And sometimes in your music, you try to explain that to people the best way they can and hope that other people can kind of appreciate and value that way of life too. You know what I mean? Because it's a go-getter's attitude. And like we only got go-getters around the team, you know what I mean? So my brothers for eternity, but never was fraternity. Just late nights we moved in one accord. All them late nights we moved in one accord. I personally, I'm gonna get a little, you mean? But I personally feel like that's one of my favorite bars in life that I've ever written down, possibly. Me and my brothers that we grew up, you know what I'm saying? I'm from Delaware as well, too. Shout out to the 302, always. But I met a group of brothers in high school, you know what I'm saying? And I've kind of been with them my entire life. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to be 27 now. I've known them for over a decade. A lot of times in this newer generation, that doesn't happen often. Like you don't get long tenured friendships, you know what I'm saying? So that brothers for eternity that's what we stand for. That's what we believe in. Like we working on getting all our tats and everything. So it's a way of life with those guys, you know what I'm saying? And we're not fraternity for a lot of people that have that HBCU background and understanding, you know what I'm saying? It's not fraternity. This is not by colors, by association, by grouping. Like this is some real life stuff, you know what I'm saying? And the one accord flip is, of course, like, you know what I'm saying? Me and my boys always had Honda Accords. We had Honda Civics. We had a lot of those things. So like, not only would we follow each other one accord lines, very similar to fraternities, even though we're not one, but we brothers, so we still will follow a chord at the same time, but also we might follow in one accord or 2 accords, but they still in the same, like, you know what I mean? So you try to give them as many as you can. Like, yeah, like we love this music shit. That's all I can say. I've been watching for the snakes, lawnmower than my rake. Pop told me cut the grass, I took heed to what he say. Different breed, but still a dog, I'm just not the one for play. Only way I keep my sanity is staying out the way. Feel like the ones who hate the most don't know you from a can of paint. They canal street rappers, for the bag they'll fake. Never been fond of that, but they just do it for the cake. Won't trace steps, but if they tracing ours, they'll be amazed. Me and my dad have had a lot of like fun conversations, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of them come from like the main process of things, of keeping the main thing the main thing. like he always liked to tell me, you know what I'm saying? So a lot of that is cutting your grass in association of a lot of people hear that rap. So like just watching out for snakes, watching out for things that are unseen to the naked eye until you go put your hands and your feet in your dirt and do the work to realize who's really going to be there and who's not going to be there, what's going to make your life a living hell, what's going to make your life a little smoother too. So it's really just a conversation of all the ideologies I got from my dad, you know what I'm saying? He told me cut the grass, I took heed to what he say. I'm a different breed, but still a dog. He used to have a lot of dog owners, but at the same time, you do understand that just because this breed is this breed, I'm not the play dog. I'm not the one that you bring in the house and you let everybody rub on and that's not us. Like, that's not us. I'm one of them dogs you probably keep outside and he's cool, he's great. It's just, please, I just don't do all the touching. You know what I'm saying? And so you kind of get that understanding as well too. So it's a double entendre on top of my father's lifestyle, but the conversations we had together with at the same time, us talking about a lot of things of how to think about moving in life accordingly to try to make yourself live the longest you can and live as fruitful as you can and as safe as you can too. You know what I mean? Because it's a lot of people out there. It's a lot of evil eyes out there. It's a lot of people watching. It's a lot of people that want what you got. And it's a lot of people that also feel like they wish they could be in positions that you are. It don't matter how big or how small that is because the world's so big, everybody's everywhere. All you got to do is worry about keeping your grass cut, raking your lawn, and making sure that nothing in your vicinity is tainted. And that's what matters the most, you know? You know what I'm saying? I'm not from New York. You know what I'm saying? I do love New York. I've been over there a couple of times. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people tell me about Canal Street. Never been on Canal Street, though. I just want to make that clear. But I have heard a lot of things over there. I heard that they got some bags that aren't the realest bags. We applaud all bags. You know what I'm saying? So if you got a bag of your own, make sure you go flaunt that. But at the same time, I've heard a couple of things about Canal Street bags. And that's also just a jab at a couple rappers out there. You know what I'm saying? Nobody particular. I am also in like the machismo of the rap sport to where we do take jabs at rappers who don't exist, don't know, or if the shoe fits, please wear it too. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't duck none of that. But we do take our jabs, you know what I'm saying? Because this is that sport. Oh, yeah, the fondant bar, too. You got to love the fondant bar with the cake. Shout out Cake Boss, you know what I'm saying? Baltimore Ace of Cakes and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? Me and my sister used to watch Food Network a lot. So, like, I know that bar really hits for her, too. I want to make sure I say that, you know what I'm saying? I love you, sis. This is soul food raps. Same feeling that you get when the yams touch the mat. Never worry about the plays or the streams or the plaques. We just write the motivate and get the monkey off your back. Couple hi-hats, go put me in attack mode. We applaud everything that's black owned, and if I got it and my brother don't, well, we have those, and vice versa. Pushing those you love to go and find a purpose. Not for validating, we just do it because we know it's worth it. It's a lot of bars in there, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot of bars in there. And so, like, a lot of those things are more so sediments and just core values, you know what I'm saying? From halving things to my brother that he might not have, or it's for black-owned businesses trying to make sure we go and support our people the best way we know how, try to cultivate an environment that just helps everybody flourish, you know what I'm saying? And even double entendre and that back into the soul food the same way we grew up, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people know when the yams and the mac is touching, it's a really good day. Like, it's a really good day. Like, that kind of feeling is the feeling that I want not only like my music to replicate, but also the same feeling that I get sometimes when my pen starts to go. Like, when my thing is going and it's rolling, this might as well be the nice little container they be making with the yams and the macs, and they mix it up. You know what I'm saying? Go sell it at the little stores. I can get some bread put in and stuff too. You know what I mean? It's a good afternoon. And like, sometimes you want to portray that feeling, but also still have it double down into the music at the same time too. Like, just because I want to say something too, I want to also try to get you guys to follow along with the story and be where I be. So the next time you go ahead and go get yourself some yams and mac, you know what I'm saying? We can all resonate on the feeling together. Because that's what it's supposed to do, you know what I'm saying? Ask my grandma, for real. Ask my grandma. It's kind of like a motto we kind of preach to our friends, you know what I'm saying? Like, we pushing each other to try to go get everything that we feel like we deserve, everything we feel like we was born and destined to have. That's not saying it's going to come easy. That's not saying we ain't got to work for it. That's not saying it's going to be handed to us, but we damn sure going to motivate each other to go get that, you know what I'm saying? Not for validation of like, ooh, we got it, or ooh, like these materialistic things mean the most to us, or if they're unmaterialistic, whatever it may be. But at the same time, it's just more about like, we just do it because we know it's worth it. We know it's about the journey. It's not about the destination. You know what I'm saying? God put us here for a purpose. You know what I'm saying? And we gonna make sure we go fulfill the purpose. And whatever happens to come with the purpose, we all for it. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely. Because it's blessed by the God. But at the same time, you know what I'm saying? We're doing it for everything that comes with it. As far as the ups, the downs, the ins and outs, the bumps, the bruises, you know what I'm saying? We take it all in stride to make sure we go where we say we supposed to go. You know what I mean? So, not closing curtains till the man above go and say so. In the meantime, we try and top our chicken with the queso. They try to recreate our mode in motion using Play-Doh. We too fast for imitation. Animation moving too slow, that's for real. So we always gonna talk about the homie upstairs, you know what I'm saying? I'm a big believer in God and everything involved as well too. Shout out to whatever you believe in. As long as you know that this life is not as simple as they claim it out to be, and it's a lot more complex, and the homie upstairs is all looking out for us. Or woman, whatever you want to identify as, just know that it's up there and it's looking out for each and every one of us. And also, like, that's another one at the end too. Nice little outro of probably one of my favorite bars, you know what I'm saying? A nice little claymation bar. Me, my sister, a lot of other nerdy things I used to do, you know what I'm saying? But we used to watch a little claymation build-ups, you know what I'm saying? And so it's not only a ode to that to me and my sister, but it's also a deep dive into kind of the same way they work, you know what I'm saying? When you watch those claymation videos, they make them, they take the picture, and then they turn it an inch, and they take the picture, and they got all these like snapshots, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I'm explaining to somebody else, like, that's not the way that you can cultivate with me and my family and my brothers and what we have made, you know what I'm saying? It's not the same. You can't take that same route. You can't take picture by picture and frame by frame of everything we've done in our life and try to think you can duplicate it and get what we've got. You know what I'm saying? We do this on our own, and we do this in our own merit, and we do this in our own understanding. And in that, you know what I'm saying, is authentication. In that is originality. In that is uniqueness. And we don't strive or anything else, really. We don't strive for anything else. And so that's the big thing that I want to get people to understand. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes a lot of people talk about haters and a lot of people about naysayers and all that other stuff. But if they watching you and they trying to duplicate exactly what you're doing, like, it'll never happen the way they think it's going to happen. So, like, reassure yourself of that and go get after whatever you were supposed to go get after, because it don't really matter but so much. It don't really matter but so much. Appreciate Good Soup for having me, you know what I'm saying, cooking up the recipe with the guys and stuff, all that good things, you know what I'm saying. That was Laps Around the Sun by Pauly B. Shameless plug, more music on the way. Long Summer is Late Nights out now, Green Light, Go Birds, all that.